There's a strange thing happening in the world right now. People aren't becoming crueler. They're becoming overloaded. Every day we scroll through more human suffering than an entire village would have seen in a lifetime. And somewhere along the way, the line between being informed and being paralyzed got blurred. Psychologists have a name for this: compassion collapse. In one study, donations dropped by more than half when the number of people in need went from 1 person to 2. It turns out the human brain isn't built for scale. It's built for faces, not crowds. But social media doesn't show us faces. It shows us streams. Here's where the shift begins. Historically, altruism was local, tight-knit. You help people you actually knew, your neighbor, the person in your tribe, the guy whose roof collapsed in the last storm. Your reputation was tied to a circle of maybe 100 to 150 people. Now you're in a digital tribe of millions. And platforms figured out how to monetize your instinct to signal that you're a good person. We haven't stopped being altruistic. We've started performing it. But that performance comes with a hidden cost. When you post about a cause, studies show your likelihood of actually donating money or time drops by about 30%. Harvard researchers call it moral licensing, feeling like you've already done your part when you haven't changed anything. And the algorithm loves this, because real altruism isn't trackable. But visible altruism? That's engagement. Another shift. Outrage spreads 20% faster than neutral content. Not because people are angrier than ever, but because anger keeps you scrolling. And the more you scroll, the more chaotic the world looks, and the smaller your actions begin to feel. This is how compassion collapses. Not because you don't care, but because you're drowning in things you can't fix. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. Local volunteering has dropped by about 25% in the past decade. Not because people became selfish, but because our sense of responsibility got exported online. We feel connected to everything and committed to nothing. You can watch a tragedy unfold in another country in real time, but not know the name of the person who lives next door. And that's the paradox. Global empathy has skyrocketed. Local altruism has cratered. Humans weren't designed for limitless witnessing. Once you see too much suffering, the brain shuts down. It's not cruelty, it's conservation. But here's the twist. When help becomes a performance, we start choosing causes that look good instead of ones that do good. MIT research shows that content about helping strangers gets 2 to 3 times more engagement than helping someone in your actual community. And that shapes our behavior. We help where the cameras are. There's another problem: attention fragmentation. The average adult switches digital tasks over 1,000 times a day. That constant switching makes deep work and deep care harder. You can't meaningfully help someone when your mind is sprinting in 5 directions. If altruism used to be a sustained act of commitment, now it's a series of micro-reactions. A like here, a share there, a comment of support before moving on to the next crisis. But the biggest misconception is that people today are less moral. They're not. They're simply exhausted. Doom scrolling alone increases anxiety and reduces prosocial behavior by up to 30%. The more overwhelmed you are, the less likely you are to help anyone, even yourself. So where does this leave us? Here's the uncomfortable but freeing truth. You can care about everything, but you can't help everything. The best altruism is targeted, local, and invisible. Invisible because you're doing it for the person, not the performance. Local because that's where it actually matters. Targeted because unfocused empathy burns out fast. The world doesn't need more awareness. It needs more people quietly showing up where the algorithm isn't watching. If you unplug from the fire hose, even for a week, you'll notice something strange. The world gets smaller again. Your empathy gets sharper. You can suddenly see the things that were always in front of you. The people who never go viral, but always matter. And maybe that's the shift we need. not less caring, but caring with boundaries. Because the truth is this: social media didn't kill altruism. It stretched it past the point of usefulness. And the only way back is not through the screen. It's through the door.